2019, the Samajwadi Party fielded a 5-time MLA and former minister in the UP cabinet, Indrajit Saroj, from the Kaushumbi Lok Sabha seat in the state. Saroj ended up losing to BJP's Vinod Kumar Sonkar. 5 years later, Mr. Saroj's son, Pushpendra Saroj, who turned 25 this year, was appointed the Samajwadi Party candidate from the same seat, and he defeated Sonkar by over 1 lakh votes, taking sweet revenge. We are being joined by the man of the moment. Thank you so much for joining us. And you are now the youngest member of parliament, one of the 4 youngest members of parliament. On what are the issues that you contested the elections?
We contested our elections from day one to the until very last on 4 issues that elections should be contested on, vote should be given on, and people should get elected on, which were inflation, unemployment. There was a big issue of paper leaks in Uttar Pradesh. There was a big local issue for farmers from stray animals taking away their crops. So these were the very core issues, and in my constituency, Kaushumbi Lok Sabha, what I can say is there was no hearing of people. People were disrespected. Voters who voted for the BJP, the MP then, they weren't heard, their work wasn't done. So these were the core issues that we contested on, and these were the issues that people voted on, and they gave us their blessings.
Now that you have won the Kaushumbi seat, what are the key issues that you will prioritize when you become the representative of the people and you sit in parliament?
Issues that I would like to prioritize is the issues of unemployment. Unemployment is a very major issue, because if nobody has any source of income, how will their household work? How will they rise as a society? So me being a youth as well, I just don't want to concentrate my politics just for the youth, but for everybody. But one of the major points right now in the country is unemployment. People should get employment. People should get the right to earn and to make their household and their father and mother who've been working very hard, saving up the money, but they've broken their savings for the past 10 years because of no work, no source of income. So we would like to raise their voices first in the parliament, along with other issues as well, which is inflation, which is the farmers' distress.
Okay. Now, what do you think are the priority areas that we need to focus on for the youth of the country?
How about the basic? The very first basic everyone gets up in the morning is to earn. Everyone gets up, goes to work to earn food, to bring upon food on the table, to do things that they want to do. But for that we need money. We need to provide the money to our youths. We need to provide the money and move away from this K-shaped economy which is happening right now, where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. So we need to focus on distribution of equal wealth wherever we can, however we can, so that everybody can rise as a society.
How do we ensure that quality education and advanced skill training for India's youth happens?
Focus on education from the very basic structure. We've seen examples, very good examples in Delhi where the infrastructure was created and they've been doing good. So where there is praise should be given. So in Uttar Pradesh and neighboring states like Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, Haryana, these states are the ones who lack a little bit on education. We need to provide that core education from the very beginning, since the child is very young. So we need to build that infrastructure. As politicians, what we can do is create an infrastructure and maintain that infrastructure. So I'm from Uttar Pradesh, and one of my demands from my constituency, from my national president, would be to create good schools with good infrastructure, with low and minimum fees, so that we can put students into those schools, give them quality education based on merit, so that they can come up, rise up, and do whatever they want to.
Now, India has made significant digital advances in the past few years, be it via UPI or 5G. How do you perceive these developments, and how should we better our digital revolution?
The whole world is moving toward digital revolution. We are catching up with the West because of the network that we've expanded. So what we can do is connect our villages, our poor people as well, to those digital advances. You saw our party manifesto, where our national president was giving away some amount of data, 500 MB data, to the youth. That was for the online education that they did. There are a lot of youths who are doing online education nowadays because they want to live, because they can't afford rent, they can't afford fees for tuitions. So the best way is to stay at home, do online education, and it is much more convenient. Digital media, digital platforms, the whole digitalization of the economy is a step forward, is a revolution, and we as a nation should catch up. We as a nation can only catch up when we connect our youth, particularly the youth, to the digital platforms and be productive. The best part and the very foremost part is to be productive and make use of those digital platforms and digital network.
Do you think India can do much better when it comes to AI research and innovation?
India is a land of very brilliant minds. What we lack is, we lack cognitive thinking, we lack support, we lack motivation. We have to move away from the theory to the practical. What is happening right now, there are a lot of people who are actually getting involved in AI, digitalization, moving towards this revolution. What we can do as politicians is to create that environment for them, to create that infrastructure for them, to give them incentives, whatever comes in our part. And what I would want is so that we can raise voices in the parliament, so that we can help India get better, be the first country, be number one in AI infrastructure, be number one, and be a part of this entire digitalization, digital media, digital platform, everything that is happening in the world, because it is all about the digital media and the masses. If you connect these two, and India is a very big population, so we can come up, we can be the leader in this, but we have to connect our people. If there is no connect and there's certain part of society that is connected to such platforms, then there is no point.
What makes you believe in Akhilesh Yadav's vision for both Uttar Pradesh and the country?
Akhilesh ji's vision we saw when there was the government of Samajwadi Party. It is not only about bringing anything you want and implementing it on the ground. It should connect with the people. He brought upon ambulance service. He brought upon police service. He brought upon cancer institutes. Something we had, but the infrastructure was not created well enough. So he focused on those core infrastructure redevelopment. His vision, he's come from abroad. He has seen the world develop. He sees how society works, and he, I think, has learned a lot. So when we travel, as great explorers once said, that when you travel, you learn a lot. Similarly, I have also studied abroad. I have learned a lot. We need to connect the masses and make sure that they are up and about with what is coming up in the world. So we need to bring upon new things also. We need to focus on core things as well, which have been happening for a lot of years, but need to develop that infrastructure, strengthen that infrastructure. There are a lot of talks in my constituencies, news reporters asking me, what new are you going to do? What I tell them is, firstly, we want to focus on the basic things, which is a lot of people are still not connected with good water supply. A lot of people are not connected with roads, with electricity. First, we need to provide those basic necessities to the people, and then we can come up as a society and focus on much more bigger things. So his vision, we've already seen. His vision is for the youth as well. He's given a lot of tickets to the youth. A lot of youth have won and become MPs as well. So his vision is very straightforward, very clear, to work for the people, to connect them with up and coming things in the world, and to bring upon things and infrastructure which people of Uttar Pradesh have never seen, that is going to benefit them. That is going to connect them to the very core.
All right. Now, do you feel Uttar Pradesh has the potential to emerge as a hub for business and innovation?
Business needs space, business needs masses. Uttar Pradesh has both. So I don't see any way, anyhow that Uttar Pradesh cannot be a business hub. What we need to do is create that infrastructure for all the businessmen, even to the small businessmen, small and medium enterprises, because the small, micro, medium enterprises are the heart of this nation. Right now, what economy we are seeing is a K-shaped economy where the government is working for the big people, the big businessmen. We need to strengthen the poor businessmen as well. We need to strengthen the businessmen who've been having a family generational businesses here on the streets, on the ground. We need to focus on them so that we can create an equilibrium for all, and then only as India, as Uttar Pradesh, we can come up. And Uttar Pradesh has a lot of potential. Uttar Pradesh has a lot of people who want to stay in Uttar Pradesh, work in Uttar Pradesh, but we need to provide that infrastructure and that opportunity to them. So it is up to us now to provide that.
All right. Thank you, Pushpendra, Saroj, for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.